There were some folks that took pieces or excerpts from the financial statements because, again, they don't know what they're looking at, and they take them out of context and start posting. So there's a couple of websites that are not very credible that are, again, driven by the competition and motivated. These articles are motivated typically by our competition, and they say things that simply aren't true. So there's a post there called The Culture for Accountability and Integrity that helps you answer the question. If anybody saw any of these things and said, wait a minute, I heard Wake Up Now is going down. I heard Wake Up Now is a mess. I heard Wake Up Now is a scam. I heard, whatever, right? You got all these stories. You hear them all the time. Read that article and make sure that you've got an answer prepared in case somebody asks, well, I don't understand, where is that from? Why would somebody say that? Why would somebody write that? So there's a very clear explanation in there that was written by corporate, and I think it's pretty good, easy to understand explanation of how this all works. And again, there's things that happen with the public companies that do not happen with private companies who have the luxury of keeping their stuff secret, including anything they're doing wrong or anything that's unhealthy about the company. They can hide it because they're privately held, but Wake Up Now chose to be open and honest and transparent as a public company, and that's part of this. So anyway, in case you hear about people taking the easy pot shots at the company, you now have a couple of sources there on the blog, so go get them. Don't forget about Jason's blog in case you want to follow him and his articles. He's writing some pieces on leadership now and then, and that's Jason M, as in Michael, JasonMElrod.com. Okay, and then of course the Wake Up Now blog, wakeupnow.com. So follow those along. That should be one stop, for you to follow along to see what's going, including the upcoming events tab. Okay, so I want to refer you to both of those. As far as upcoming events, we just had a big regional meeting in Chicago, which I'll get into in just a second. The South Beach, Florida escape trip is coming up in July. That again is open to pretty much anybody that wants to go, and it's July 6th to July 8th at the Palm Hotel in South Beach, Florida. These are not invitation only. Anybody can come. It's a chance to hang out with execs and have some fun with your fellow Wake Up Now folks. So I reiterated it last week. We did change the date. The Mexico Regional Conference is May 20th. If you know anybody in Mexico, we're in pre-launch there. We're getting ready to make it official here in the coming weeks. But until we have an exact date, we're in pre-launch. But there's a regional conference there on May 20th. And then, of course, the corporate conference, I'm going to put out the reminder again. Please make sure you start making plans to be there. This is going to be the party of the year. If you've been to any of these regional meetings, whether it was Chicago, whether it was New York with 2,700 people, this thing is going to be big, and it's going to be the party of the year. Now, Jason Elrod has laid out a challenge to the company, and so I need to inform you guys of that. He has put down the challenge that he would like us to get over 12,000 people to our national conference. And there's no reason we can't do that, because obviously we have far more distributors than that. So if we can get a decent showing, a percentage, doesn't have to be a big percentage, but we need to get people there. Now here's my announcements about the regional conference. 1, tickets are already for sale, so please make sure you get them, number 1. Number 2, you know that when it comes to hotels that are within walking distance of the Salt Palace, it's not unlimited, like any conference center. There's only so many hotels that are right there within walking distance. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that some of that stuff's going to fill up. Airline tickets will slowly start going up, over the summer as we get closer. What I don't want to have happen is somebody who really wants to go to the conference suddenly finds out that airfare's a little more, no big deal, hotel drives. Then they find out that the hotels aren't closed, and it slowly starts to become harder and harder. The worst case scenario is going to be people who show up and want to try to register because they didn't buy their conference tickets ahead of time, and we've sold out. Now, I need to say this just because it's happened, and I feel bad when it happens, but, there are certain laws that we can't break, and in all of these conference centers, if it's built, so let's call it 10,000 or 12,000, whatever the final seating number is going to be, as soon as we hit that, we have to shut it down. Because I don't know if any of you know any firefighters or if you're familiar with how all those laws work, but a fire marshal has a lot of authority in the public. A fire marshal can walk into any public event, any building, and if the rules are broken or if the occupancy is exceeded, he can literally shut the event down. Turn off the mics, kick people out, he can literally shut it down. So we can't risk that, and so there is such a thing as sold out. It happened in New York. I don't want it to happen to anybody else. So please plan ahead and buy your tickets now. Again, you can do that through blog.wakeupnow.com and go to upcoming events. Okay, and the links are there. So that's my weekly plug for the conference, because it is going to be a good time. From the speakers to the announcements. If you guys think we should have fun announcements during the year, the corporate conference is the headliner as far as the biggest stuff is saved for release then. So just keep that in mind. All right, so segueing to the most recent event. In Chicago this past weekend, I had the privilege of being there. Corporate was pretty well represented. Jason Elrod was there. And I didn't want to tell Jason, but when I saw him offline, he did great on stage when he gave his presentation. But the boy was tired, and let me guys tell you, I'll tell you why. Jason has been traveling pretty much nonstop for the last few weeks. He left from Utah. He flew to Mexico. From Mexico, it was Singapore, then Malaysia, then Thailand, then back to the U.S. to New York, then to New Jersey, then to Chicago, and literally just flew home yesterday. So the man is exhausted. So if you pray that he doesn't get sick or come down with some kind of rare disease that he picked up somewhere. But Wake Up Now is growing at a fast pace. International expansion is already being planned for into all those countries I just mentioned, including a number of South American countries that I didn't even bring up yet, like Brazil and Peru and others. So the line is starting to form. You know, at an airport, how planes wait for takeoff and they kind of line up waiting for their turn? Well, that's starting to happen with countries. They're starting to line up and preparing for takeoff. And as soon as we get the information about in what order they're going to be launched and when, we'll certainly let you know. But as you can imagine, there are a lot of laws and regulations that have to be taken care of, and a lot of hoops that have to be jumped through in order to be approved to operate some of these countries, let alone bring their products in. So just keep in mind that internationally, that's what's going on. Related to international, and then I'll get back to the Chicago event. Monday nights, as of next week, officially, technically as of this week, but our official launch is next week. Monday nights are going to be the U.S. calls. So Monday nights are now officially the U.S. Wake Up Now training calls, for IBOs in the United States. Tuesday nights will be a national training call for the Canadian IBOs. Okay, so for Wake Up Now Canada, your call, if there are, I know there's a number of Canadians joining us tonight as well, but your call will be tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, same phone number, same link to join via computer, but it's Tuesdays. So USA Monday nights, Canada Tuesday nights, because there's just enough stuff that's different between the two countries now that we need a dedicated call. And the momentum in Canada has become significant enough that they deserve their own call. So we're flipping the switch and making that happen. First one's going to be tomorrow night, but we're going to kind of introduce it and start to ramp it up. So if there's any Canadian folks on the phone, please make sure you are telling all your teams to be ready for tomorrow night. Again, 6 Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow will be our first Wake Up Now Canada dedicated call. Okay, so back to Chicago. So I said Jason was tired from flying around making all these announcements. So the last couple stops he made in New York to meet with a few folks, a couple leaders, and take care of some business, and then also jumped over to New Jersey, where the plant was for packing Thunder. So he was in effect, if any of you follow Jason on Facebook, you saw the video that he posted, the assembly line. He posted some pictures and some videos of the packing plant where Thunder is packaged. He was showing off the new label on the can, and got some great video of the assembly line. And I can tell you that the excitement about Thunder is that as of April 2014, so as of last month, we literally sold out of all the Thunder that we had produced and put in the warehouse. All of it sold out. So the sales absolutely exceeded what we expected. We knew it was popular. We knew it was going to be big, but it was bigger than expected. And so the design for a new can came just in time. And so and I don't think there was any tweaks to the formula other than maybe a couple more vitamins. But when you get your next shipment, you'll see it. So Thunder kind of became a topic at the Chicago event this weekend. So I want to share with you the announcements that were made there in case you haven't already heard. Number one, you guys know about the promotion that Jason put out there about free shipping on Thunder. If you order 2 or more cases, you get free shipping. Well, instead of promotion, the temporary promotion, Jason has extended that indefinitely. So it is now standard policy as of right now, and that'll kick in, I think, when the promotion's over. Take it back, not starting now, take place as of June 1, the policy becomes permanent. So as of June 1, there's free shipping on 2 or more cases of Thunder forever, for the foreseeable future. was announced coming June 1st, is the process of being able to get Thunder automatically. So if you go onto a subscription, a monthly subscription mode, okay, or auto ship if you want to call it, although auto ship is such an industry-specific term, the general public doesn't know what that means. So if you have customers who have Thunder and want to buy it as preferred customers, they'll be able to subscribe to it monthly. 2 or more cases and the shipping is free, and you get 10% off each case. Now that's huge. If you guys do the math on that, that's pretty big. So I know there's some folks who are planning on reselling it, and that's cool, but if you're already getting 10% off, that just improves your margins that much more. So again, starting June 1, there's going to be an option for a monthly subscription, and if you do it with 2 or more cases, you're going to get free shipping plus 10% off each case. So that is huge, and again, this is all meant to feed the appetite that the public's got for Thunder. I know US IBOs are loving it, but so is the general public. Now, I'm going to segue that to the third announcement. The other big announcement at the Chicago event regarding Thunder was that Wake Up Now is preparing to put into place a distribution program, okay, for quantity shipments of Thunder, meaning basically a business-to-business program, okay, meaning that we're going to allow people to purchase a bulk purchasing program, and here's how it's going to work. Folks who are interested, we're going to notify Wake Up Now, and we're going to give instructions on how to do this, but we're going to basically start a waiting list of folks who want to get trained on how to do business-to-business sales or distribution. Part of that is to make sure we don't have 20 people bugging the same business, and there are some limitations, okay, because we don't want to prevent IBOs from selling to their own preferred customers, so you're not going to see it, necessarily in Walmart or every grocery chain around the country. But what's going to happen is if, a guy who owns a restaurant and he wants to order, whatever, 4 cases a week from you or something, or a month, or whatever the number is, for his particular restaurant, there's going to be a process that you're going to go through on how to set that up. So people are going to need to fly to Utah, okay, on their expense, but they're going to come to Utah to get trained on how to be part of this bulk distribution program. The reason we want to start slow is we want to do it right. Okay, we do not want to break any laws. We don't want to burn any bridges. We want to do it right, and then it'll slowly open to everybody who's interested and has an ability to do it and proves that they know how to do it. So there will be some procedures to follow, but you will have the opportunity to buy Thunder in bulk and resell it. Now, what's even better news about that is that the pricing is going to keep dropping. So the more you buy, the cheaper it's going to get. And ultimately, you're going to get closer and closer to $1 per can. I think the number they said at the highest discount was going to be something like $1.16 per can. Don't quote me on that, but that's the number that our Chief Strategy Officer, Matt Schneck, threw out at the meeting. So the numbers are still being finalized. The program is still being put into place, and you will hear more about that. But there will be a bulk distribution program on Thunder that will allow you, again, if you've got a local contact. I know some folks are going to be leasing or purchasing vending machines for a particular location, and they want to, purchase it in bulk to feed their own vending machines. We won't be purchasing vending machines for anybody. We won't be doing any of that. That's totally up to you. But within the agreement of the bulk distribution, all the parameters and don'ts when it comes to this program. You can't just start doing it right away on your own. But keep that in mind. So that's a big deal. And you guys know right now Thunder is one of the flagship products, and it quickly became a lot of people's favorite. But these announcements and these promotions, and especially the bulk distribution, is going to be a game changer for Wake Up Now. It really will. And so stay tuned for more details on that. And I know for any of the Canadians that are on the phone, you're frustrated because we have not yet been approved to sell Thunder in Canada, but I want you to know that those, all the proposals and all the requirements that they have, as you guys know, getting a food or beverage product into a foreign country, you have to go through their laws, and we're doing that in Canada. But it's being reviewed. It's going through the approval process right now, so stay tuned tomorrow for a little more Canada-specific announcement on that. And I apologize to the Canadians on the phone that when we talk about Thunder, because they can't wait to get it. They just don't have it yet. So stay tuned. But anyway, so that's a big deal. If you've got any questions, make sure she contact us. Again, do your homework on Facebook, check the announcements, and above all, get with corporate if you have any specific questions or the contact support. All right. Another final segue here for our training now. We had a great time in Chicago, and as a treat for those of you on the phone, I'm going to play some excerpts from that training. For contract purposes, I can't record this portion, so I'm going to turn off the recording here in just a second. But we had an outstanding time. Eric Thomas joined us as a keynote speaker on Saturday. Many of you have heard him or you've seen his videos at his website. He's known as the hip-hop preacher, but he is well-versed in the network marketing industry, and he came to speak to us, and it was a great event. So he was with us for, it was just short of 2 hours, or like an hour 45, and obviously there's no way I can duplicate all that. It also violates the contract, so I can't do that. In fact, I'm going to turn off the recording now, but I'll turn off the recording and then play a couple of excerpts just to give you a taste of what happened. So that'll be tonight's training, and then we'll all get pumped up for the week. So I'm going to play the recording, and then I'll come back and join you guys.
Your conference recording has stopped.
I ain't trying to ball out of control. Hold on. Before I do that, I want to just give you a heads up when he talks about the video context, because I had to kind of paste together different pieces of it. One, he talks about his appreciation of this industry and why he understands the motivation of people who want to get into this industry, and then he talks about the mindset, and he uses the analogy of a lion as a hunter. So just to understand the context of what he's been talking about. I just like my time, because time is more important than anything in the world. I'm trying to, look, when you say own your own life, what we're saying is own your own time. Right. Somebody got you going in from 8 to whatever, and they barely paying you, and they getting all the money. I don't have no problem with working hard, but it ain't on no merit system. I sweat for you. Right. My girl a hard worker. She don't play. She ain't playing. She ain't going to lunch when she not supposed to go to lunch. She ain't on no calls. She ain't talking to nobody. But then she give them all of that, and she gets sick. And after a year, they gonna tell her, we gonna have to do something with your full-time job. Right. Right. That's my problem. I ain't tripping on working. But if I put in all that work, and that's how you gonna do me, I might as well take care of myself, because you ain't gonna take care of me. If it was fair, I wouldn't mind giving you 40 years of my life. Come on. What you mean to tell me I'm working during the day, then I start a program in the evening to help these kids graduate from Michigan State University, and you gonna tell me I can't go see my daughter? Right. You gonna tell me I can't go see my 8-year-old baby? She getting an honor, an academic honor, and you gonna tell me I ain't even doing nothing? Right. You got me coming to work at 8 o'clock. Have you lost your mind? It's the college campus. How many kids getting up at 8 and come and see their advisor? Right. Right. I can see if you have me at 8 o'clock and it's a line full of kids, they don't even start getting up to 12. Right. Right. But you know what? You ain't fair. Right. I'm telling you, own your own life. Right. Right. If you don't do nothing else before you get out of here, own your own life. So listen to me. I'm about to teach. Listen to me very closely. You got to do me a huge favor. You got to let that mentality go. It's killing you. It's killing you. It's killing you. You should have been with somebody right now. You are not in a relationship because you ain't beautiful. You're not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship because the way your mind. Right. The way you think. You can't attract nothing because you're not the thing you're trying to get. Everything about you says you upset, you pissed, you got hatred, but yet you're trying to attract joy, love, and abundance. You can't with that mindset, with that spirit. These ain't words that I say. There's a spirit in which I say these words. There's stuff that had to happen to me on the inside for the words to match the stuff that I'm saying. Right. I need you to change your thinking. You can come here and get all this great information, but ain't not going to change if you don't change. Okay, I'm going to put it like this. My wife said this to me this morning, teasing me. But you can't put new wine. You about to get some new wine and old wine instead. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to take all this great information and pour it into a messed up vessel. So don't trip. People be killing me. E.T., it's a scam.
is a scam if we want to go there. It's capitalism.
Come on.
It's all a scam. I'm paying how much for some J's? How much am I paying for Jordans? It costs $4 to make? And I'm paying $200 for them? Come on. You paying the people to do them $1, and you charging $240 over here because it's got a name on it. That's a scam.
Right.
I don't hear nobody tripping on that.
Right.
Mike, that's a scam. LeBron, that's a scam. Nike, that's a scam. Shirt cost me $60, it costs you 25 cents to make.
Right.
That's a scam.
Right.
So stop saying it's a scam and look in the mirror and say, I'm a scam. So just look in the mirror and call yourself a scam. Just for real. You said wake up now. You geek too. I'm a part of wake up now. It's the 10 o'clock. You still sleep. But you geek though. Wake up now. We doing it. Wake up now. You waking up later. Change the shirt. Wake up later. For real. Just tell my man, yeah, I ain't ready yet. Just man up. Just man up. Say, look, I want to be down. I got some dreams, some goals. I want to take myself to the next level. I'm feeling what y'all doing. I'm loving it. I want to be on the team. But do me a favor. Give me the JV shirt for right now.
Right.
Bro, you need to make the JV shirt. Wake up later. And then when you step up your game, for real, then you can get the wake up now. For real. It's a scam. So I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to change your mindset, for real. I need y'all to change it internally, some self-improvement. I need y'all to get some new information in there. All right, let me make sure I make myself clear. So the story says, every day in Africa, the safari, a lion wakes up and a gazelle wakes up.
Right.
The story says that when the lion wakes up, it knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death.
Right.
I love it. Right. But every day in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion.
Right.
Or the slowest gazelle. No, you got it. That's on you. However you want to work that out. But the story says it doesn't make a difference. When the sun comes up, whether you're a lion or a gazelle, you better get to running. So I broke that thing down. I studied that thing because I know they wired a little different. I wanted to study that thing. So I studied it and I asked myself, why is this what happens when you start going to school, right? Start working on my PhD. And it's crazy with the PhD, even though I don't like school that much, it teaches you to think a little deeper. Make you stay on stuff longer. And so I asked myself this question. Well, what makes the gazelle run and what makes the lion run? And as I did my homework, I realized that the gazelle is running out of fear.
Right.
So then if you're running out of fear, what happens when that thing ain't chasing you no more?
Come on.
You stop running.
Yeah.
But when you're a lion, you're not running out of fear. You're running out of purpose. You're running out of design. You're running because that's how you're wired. So even if you didn't want to run, you just... Is that gazelle? For real, lions just chilling here. I think I smell gazelle coming from the southeast. Everybody get in position. No, do you understand they can smell the smell? If you know anything about a house cat, their senses are a lot more keen. And so the gazelle stopped running. And most of you, for real, the reason why it's going to be tough for you to be successful, because they allured you with the money. They allured you with the car. They allured you, but you didn't really get what they was telling you. They're saying, fuck all of that. What I love about this girl, they ain't talking about that. They saying own your own life.
Right.
They saying get past the car because you're going to get that.
Right.
Get past the money. You're going to get that. Own your own life. You need to be wired differently because when you wake up to own your own life going to always be with you. What happens when you get the car? What happens when you get the 6 figures? Did you see 30 for 30 ESPN broke? How many people made millions and they ain't got nothing now? Because what happens when you chase it and you get it? And you ain't got nothing else to chase no more. What happens when you get that little thing you wanted that's called security and now you secure? What do? Then you lose everything. The dog that catches the rabbit usually dies. Do your homework. thing. Because once you catch the rabbit, then, oh, come on. If you want to kill an alligator, the best time to kill an alligator is right after he eats. He is the most vulnerable that he will ever be once he eats. Once the crocodile eats, that's it. Once he eats, he's chilling. But when the bear eats, read it in greatness is upon you. When the bear eats, he keeps eating and keeps eating and keeps eating. Why? Because he knows he's going to hibernate and he's going to need all the food he can get when he's hibernating. Some of y'all got a crocodile mentality. You eat once and you satisfied. You get a little paycheck, you through. Payday, you ain't worth nothing on payday. You ain't worth nothing on payday. You ain't worth nothing when you get that gold. The lion wake up and the lion kill the gazelle, and the first thing on the lion's mind is, when we gonna get this next hunt? Because a part of it for the lion ain't just eating. A part of who he is the hunt itself. So that's why you have a hard time when you call 50 people and they tell you no, because you ain't a hunter. That's why you get discouraged, because you're a gazelle. When you're a lion, you eat off of hate. You eat off of it. When people tell you you can't do it, that pump you up and fire you up. Keep telling me I can't do it. Keep telling me it's just a dream, and I'm going to show you. A part of it is not just catching the gazelle and eating it. A part of it is chasing my man. A part of being a lion is when you see it running like, boom, you count your steps this time. Last time it took me 18 to get it. Boom, you do it in 16 this time. And it won't take me 5 minutes. This time I'll cut his throat with one. When you're a lion, you are wired differently. Each node fuels you for the next one. When you're a lion, you're wired different. You're wired different. Be ye transformed. Be ye transformed. Be ye transformed. When I was a high school dropout, I was a gazelle. Crocodile, let me tell y'all something. A crocodile is a ferocious animal. Ferocious. Will take you out. Boom, boom, once them jaws lock. But the problem with the crocodile is that it never moves from its spot. It's not a hunter. The food got to come to it and it don't eat. My man, like, I'm through with gazelles. I'm through with gazelles. The rest of them can have a gazelle. I'm gazelle on steroids. Let me hit this giraffe off. I need to practice my skill set. Are you with me? Are you the lion that jumped in like, all right, watch out, lion. Give me a minute. Let me Some of y'all geek with just the base level. You ain't trying to own this company. You missed what I just said. I just said Dr. Dre started as a ghetto rapper. He just got $3 billion from Apple. From some headphones. We used to throw headphones away with the Walkman back in the day. Now my man charged $300 for some headphones. And Apple just bought it. He said, I started as a rapper, but I know music better than anybody. I'm hijacking the game. Give me $3 billion. So what they started at, if they gave you $3 billion, it's a business. They settled. Somebody negotiated. You ain't start with $3 billion and get $3 billion. Y'all probably started at 6. And you walked out with $3 billion. Your kids. That's gazelles in the freezer for a minute, Dr. Dre. They got some gazelles in the freezer now. They just, at picnics, they just pulling them out. This gazelle was, for real, they eat in 2020. They getting gazelles that happened in 2014. They got gazelle 2014. Oh, the Apple. This came Apple. The Apple gazelle. The premium type. For real, because you know you get a steak from the wrong place, you got a lot of fat on it. But if you get a premium steak, right cut, it costs money. Ain't a whole lot of fat on that. For real, some of y'all still on the baby gazelles. My man, like, I'm going, Trey? I'm like, wow, Trey, yes. And watch what I love about Dre most, because I don't know if y'all follow me. Y'all follow the corporate stuff. But notice I still got on the baseball cap and some J's. That was good.
Absolutely.
Meek wasn't playing. Meek said, we ain't drive. You don't drive what I drive. There's levels to this. Don't get caught at the first level, guys. Dre did. Dre took it all the way, It took years ago, but took it all the way to Apple. Never be satisfied with the status quo. My man went out in the street for it. My man like, you want to go out in the street? Let's go out in the street then. Like, we ain't got to stay in the wind safari. Like, if you bold enough to go out there, there are no boundaries for you. I'm in Africa, I'm in Australia, I'm in London, and I'm from 43rd, Cook County. There are no boundaries but the ones you place on yourself. Wherever there's money to be made, you can go get it. Whatever industry it is, you can get it if you're willing to pay the price for it. But it's never on discount. It's always sweat, blood, and tears. Ain't no shortcuts. Never be satisfied with status quo. I don't know what status quo is for you. MJ got in the system. And he could have won 8. Then Phil took that same system to LA. Get in the system. Get in the system. Stop being wild with your business. You all over the place. Get in the system, please. We know you're gifted and talented. Follow instructions. Follow order, please. People have done this before you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I had to see, like, nah, my other dude that I can name, but I ain't going to name because we taping, he flat out hates me. He's a hater. He don't want to see me do well. When I do well and he see it, he pissed at home like, I can't believe I thought I stopped it. I thought I crushed it. So that's why I left the university, because there's some people that I was doing good and they was hating on me. They couldn't stand the success because they had been there for 15, 20 years and couldn't do the stuff that I was doing with students. They couldn't do it. So they looked at me like, this dude is a threat. He's like really exposing what I could do. And these were people I was cool with, but I realized, oh man, I hate her flat out. I got to get out of this environment. I don't got to leave her. She ain't hate. She said beware of the real haters. And I'm getting you prepared for them. Right? So I just want you to be careful. Make sure you put your haters in the category they belong in, but put those who love you and who want to see you do right and want to protect you, put them in the right category. And listen to their, even be honest, listen to your haters too. You ain't got to have a relationship with you, but if some stuff my haters said about me, they was telling the truth. They were. They was like, you got 3 and 4 jobs. They weren't hating on my money, but when I really thought about what they were saying, even though they didn't like me, what they were saying to me is, you can't be scattered. You can't do 5 things well. I heard what they said. And I was like, oh, all right, I got to focus on this, get this tight first, focus on this, get this tight. So, guys, listen to me. Thank you so much. You were in the right place at the right time, but you need to be the right person. All right? You need to be the right person. So be phenomenal or be forgotten, guys. Thank you for your time.
I love this last line there, right? You're in the right place at the right time, but you got to be the right person. I think that was just a great line. So, guys, I hope the audio was okay. I know sometimes it got quiet because he was sort of whispering to the crowd, and some of that was hard to make out. But I think the main points there were good ones. Are you a lion or are you a gazelle? And if you're a lion, you are always on the hunt because that's just how you're wired, and that's who you are. And so you don't give up after your first, catch or your first kill. You keep eating. And I think that's just a great analogy for how we approach this business. Keep getting better at what you do because you're competitive. Keep getting better because you want to improve and be one of the best. And keep going at it. You don't just stop and be done for a while. That's what he said about the crocodile. They're the most vulnerable right after they eat because when they eat, they're just done. And they don't keep going. And so there's something to be said about the mentality. So it was all about the mindset, self-improvement. It was a great message. Out of fairness to him, if you guys like his stuff, if you've never heard of Eric Thomas's material, I would highly suggest you check some of it out. A little plug for him since he was good enough to join us and using some of his stuff tonight. etinspires.com. ET as in Eric Thomas. ET Inspires with an S at the end. So you can check out his stuff and his books there as well. So we had a great time with Eric. We built a nice relationship with him as a part of that event, and so I have a feeling we will see him again in the future as we kind of pursue what that relationship with him might look like. But at the very least, it was a great start as part of a great event. So thank you for joining us. And as Eric always said, go get yourself better, become an expert in your field. So this week, make it a point to learn something new. Maybe tonight and maybe the excerpts you just heard was something new for you. Go do it and make it a part of your business. Learn something online, watch a training video, listen to another call, whatever you got to do. But make it a goal this week to learn something and put it to work in your business as soon as possible. Thank you guys for joining us. Canada, we will see you tomorrow night on the first Wake Up Now Canada call. Everybody else, have yourselves a great week. We'll see you back next Monday night. Stay tuned for announcements about next Monday and who's going to be on. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
And this has been WTI or Wake Up Now on 5/12/14 with Jill Carole, Carole Smith, Jill Jacoby, Carole Smith, Debbie Seelbach, and Mike Exford. Have a good night.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
It won't stop broadcasting.
Uh-oh. Hi, everybody.
Oh, come on. All right. It says it's stopping, but it's still live.